Hello everyone! Welcome to my channel where we talk about the things we love like gaming, shows, and anime. Are you all ready for this list? You should be, as I got a lot of requests for this one. And I gotta say, it definitely intrigued me when I first read it. So, before we begin, I'd like to give a shout out to a couple of those who requested it and a whole lot of amazing Scorpions out there, cause I love you all. Here's a shout out to Evan Jacob, Super Pooper Scooper. Oh man, that's a good one. Super Pooper Scooper 54. Albert Flomasta. Beyond Minecraft and More. David Abarca. Super Sandwich. Oh, nice one. Dominic Medina. Jacob Busey, if I'm pronouncing that correctly. And let's see. Red Viper 57. And Slim Anime Negro. Man, these guys are awesome. Those are some awesome names, everyone. Seriously, you guys got some good imagination. I thank you all so much for tuning into my channel, and this is my way of showing my love for you all. But don't worry, I've said it before that I plan on making contests and giveaway prizes as soon as I get a hold of plenty of prizes. But for now, let's begin. Let's get started with the veggies. Number 10. Turles vs. Goku. As I've stated before, this wasn't one of my favorite movies, even though it was one of the first DBZ movies I saw and didn't know that there would be so many other ones made afterwards. But it's just my opinion. So what makes this fight a brutal beatdown? Well, the fact that Turles does beat the shit out of Goku and then shoots countless ki blasts at close range definitely makes the list. We're not sure how strong Turles became after taking a bite from the fruit made by the Tree of Might, because even Goku's Kaioken did not work. And that shit is fast. But maybe Goku wouldn't have gotten a brutal beatdown if he had just, I don't know, took a bite out of the fruit as well? Nobody said he couldn't do it? Number 9. Majin Vegeta vs. Fat Boo. This is a fight I was pretty sure was going to be somewhat equal since Vegeta became stronger than before. But after Boo decided to play rough and hold Vegeta down with the part of his fat, this is where things got a little out of hand. Just imagine being held down while a really fat man-child starts throwing haymakers while sitting on you. This is more than a beatdown. This is a brutality. Number 8. Raccoon vs. Vegeta and Go Han. Since Krillin got knocked out with only one hit, he didn't make the list, but those that do are Vegeta and Gohan. These guys gave it their best and made little to no actual damage on Raccoon. It's as if the dude felt no pain. Vegeta and Gohan took a massive beating from this guy. Raccoon took Vegeta to a whole new pun level by planting him into the ground. Poor vegetable. And Gohan. Man, that little dude didn't stand a chance. I never knew how an adult could do so much punishment on a child. And he doesn't even hold back. He straight up broke his neck. That's a major brutal beatdown finisher. Number 7. Gohan vs. Brawling. This was a movie that had potential mainly for bringing back Brawling, but they executed it poorly, in my opinion. But what I did like about the movie was that they put up Gohan in his Super Saiyan 2 form to go up against Brawling. For those who ask me, how do I know that Gohan is in his Super Saiyan 2 form? Well, because if he wasn't, then how would he be able to resist certain struggles against Brawling? Everyone in their Super Saiyan 1 form couldn't make Brawling flinch, but here Gohan is able to actually somewhat damage Brawling. But anyways, the brutal beatdown here is the entire fight. Gohan clearly doesn't stand a chance, and as always, Broly toys with his opponent. He really messes him up a lot, and if it wasn't for Videl showing up, I'm sure Gohan would be in a wheelchair. And then destroyed with the wheelchair. Number 6. Videl vs. Popovich. We all know this one clearly needed to make the list. And I am surprised with how far they took this, especially since it's a fucking tournament. What, there are no rules against manslaughter? Or womanslaughter in this opinion? You got a big buff-ass white dude going up against a teenage girl, and you just sit there and watch as this roid rage fella beats the shiznit out of Mr. Satan's daughter? Whatever they were all thinking, we know this one was a hell of an ass kicking. Number 5. Androids 17 and 18 versus Trunks. Trunks fought the androids many times and lived to fight another day, but the time he decided to fight them off on his own became his worst decision yet. The androids are far stronger than him, and they sadly toy with him just like Brawling. Only here, I think it's more effective and cruel because they beat him up, then gave him the impression that he can escape just to beat him up some more. It's like an animal playing with its food, seeing how far their prey can last before they finish it off like the rest. When I first saw this, I was sure he was going to die, even though I knew he was supposed to live because he takes down Frieza and King Cold. I still had the impression that he wasn't going to live after all that punishment. Number 4. Goku versus Vegeta. The first time Goku took on Vegeta, man, it was amazing. They fought so hard and refused to give up, and after Vegeta turned into a giant ape, he completely dominated Goku. But Vegeta did take a lot of damage before finally taking Goku down. But then Gohan and Krillin jump in and continue to fight Vegeta, and all three continue to beat the crap out of each other, but in the end, Vegeta is the one standing. But it ain't over. The three managed to hit Vegeta with the Spirit Bomb and completely injure the hell out of Vegeta. But it ain't over. Vegeta gets back up and refuses to lose and continues to fight, but then Gohan turns into a giant ape and beats him up even more. But it still ain't over. Vegeta gets the upper hand, but then Yajirobe whips out his fucking sword and cuts his ass. Man, I want to say everyone in this battle got a brutal beatdown, which they did. But in the end, it was Vegeta that got it worse. Number 3. Goku versus Brawling. Brawling may have beaten the hell out of the Z Fighters, but it was Goku who took the most punishment. We've seen Goku get his ass handed to by the major villains of the saga or movies, but this was the worst for him. And after taking so much punishment by Broly, why does Goku continue to get back up? Because he says that he never learned how to give up. Ha ha ha! Yeah, what about when you fought Cell, buddy? Anyways, you know, this was going to make the list since he had to take Broly's insane punishment, and the worst part was probably when Broly was using Goku's body as a trampoline. Number 2. Goku vs. Android 19. This was yet another one of Goku's worst beatdowns, and I think it might have been the worst because his heart was giving out on him. This was the moment that Goku's heart disease was kicking in and at the wrong time. I'd say it was the worst for Goku because Goku knew he could beat Android 19, but his heart was hurting like hell, and as far as we know, he had never experienced such kind of pain. And at the same time, the android attacking him, showing him no mercy? Can you imagine fighting someone while you're having a heart attack? That's just too much to deal with. Number 1. Vegeta vs. Frieza. I'm sure this was no surprise to you all. In fact, I'm sure most of you were ready to yell at me if this did not make the list, or especially number 1. Vegeta was basically a mop. Frieza kept wiping the floor with his ass throughout the episodes until finally Goku arrived. Vegeta has had so many moments where he gets his ass kicked. In fact, I think the only times he shined was in the Namek saga, and then we rarely got to see him take down a main threat. So we've seen him lose many times, but here it's as if Frieza just wanted to torture him and keep him alive to teach him a lesson. Not to fuck with Frieza. But even though Vegeta was alive when Goku finally showed up, Frieza still punished his ass with one final blow to the heart. It was horrible, very sad, and in a way we were all hoping it would happen a lot sooner because we wanted his suffering to end. That's it for the top 10 list. I hope you enjoyed the video. If so, put a thumbs up. And if there are any other videos you would love to request, please let me know in the comments. Also, post up any comments, funny ones or whatever ones you can think of. I put the best comments up in my videos whenever I see some really good ones. And if you want to see more of my videos, be sure to hit the subscribe button because it really helps me out a lot. And I'll be sure to let you know when I post up more of my videos. This is Score saying, have an awesome day.